Hi, I'm Sandra
And I'm Sri.
and we're from Freedom in English. Normally, we would teach English to Indonesian speakers, but today we're going to teach some Indonesian to English speakers. So, let's assume that you're coming to Indonesia and maybe you're going to arrive at the airport in Jakarta. And you need to navigate your way through the airport. So, Sri is going to teach us some of the language that you might want to use in the airport. Okay, Sri, we've just arrived and I've picked up my luggage off the carousel and I'm coming through the airport, but I need some Indonesian rupiahs. And by the way, I recommend you don't exchange your money to rupiahs in Australia. If you wait till you arrive in Indonesia, you'll get 20% more. So, let's find a money changer. So, let's see. You come through the airport and you need to know where to get a money changer.
Di mana saya bisa menukar uang? Di mana saya bisa menukar uang?
So, repeat it after Sri.
Di mana saya bisa menukar uang?
Okay, so now you've found the money changer and you want to find out what the exchange rate is. So, this is what you can say.
Berapa kurs dolar Australia hari ini? Berapa kurs dolar Australia hari ini?
Okay, now that you know what the exchange rate is, maybe the person will ask you how much you want to exchange.
Mau tukar berapa dolar? Mau tukar berapa dolar? Or he might ask you berapa dolar.
Okay, and then let's say you want to exchange 100 Australian dollars.
100 dolar saja. 100 dolar saja.
And when you've successfully exchanged your money, you can say, Terima kasih. Thank you. One more time.
Terima kasih.
Now, when you've exchanged your money, maybe you need to go to the station in Jakarta. The main station is Stasiun Gambir. So, how are you going to get there? You can go by bus or you can catch a taxi. I personally recommend the bus because it's 1/10 of the price and gets there in half the time. So, how are we going to do that?
Di mana saya bisa beli tiket bis ke Stasiun Gambir? Di mana saya bisa beli tiket bis ke Stasiun Gambir?
Okay, so next, when you get to the place where you buy your ticket, you might want to ask how much the ticket is. Now, at the moment, it's 40,000 rupiahs or 4 Australian dollars. Pretty good value for going all the way across Jakarta City, in my opinion. So this is how you can ask the price.
Berapa harga tiket ke Stasiun Gambir? Berapa harga tiket ke Stasiun Gambir?
Okay, now maybe the answer will be
40.000 rupiah. 40.000 rupiah.
Okay. Now, once you've got your ticket, you need to find where the bus is. Now, it depends on which terminal you come into. The bus might be just out the front, or maybe it could be a little bit of a distance away. You might need to walk a couple of 100 metres to where the bus is. So, to find that,
Di mana halte bis ke stasiun Gambir? Di mana halte bis ke stasiun Gambir? The name of the bus is Damri. So you can also ask, di mana halte bis Damri ke stasiun Gambir? Di mana halte bis Damri ke stasiun Gambir?
okay, so now when you get there, if you want to be absolutely sure you're on the right bus and not going to Bogor instead of to Stasiun Gambir, you can ask this question.
Apakah ini bus ke stasiun Gambir? Apakah ini bus ke stasiun Gambir?
Now, even though the bus is an air-conditioned coach, perhaps you really don't want to catch the bus. Maybe if you've got a lot of luggage and it's a little distance down the way, you may prefer to catch a taxi. Now, if you're going to catch a taxi, we highly recommend that you ask for a Bluebird taxi. Don't go with one of the private operators because they'll charge you a lot more and take twice as long to get there. So, here we go.
Saya mau naik Bluebird ke stasiun Gambir. Saya mau naik Bluebird ke stasiun Gambir.
Yay! Okay. Now, if you want to catch a Bluebird taxi, don't just flag one down. What you need to do is order one. And why is that, Sri?
Because if something happened on the way, you are registered and it's easy to track you.
Okay, so what you need to do is order your Bluebird taxi, and this is what you need to say.
Di mana saya bisa pesan taksi Bluebird? Di mana saya bisa pesan taksi Bluebird?
Okay, so now you know how to get to Stasiun Gambir. In the next video, we'll explain to you what language forms you can do when you get to the station.
I think you have to explain what is the advantage and the disadvantage of taking a bus or a taxi.
Okay, would you like to do that?
Why don't you explain, because you are experienced enough.
The reason I like the bus is that because it gets there in about 1 hour. Now, normally when you're travelling across Jakarta to get to the station, you need to allow maybe about 2 hours. However, I once caught a taxi and it took 2 hours to get across Jakarta, which is why I recommend the bus. If you're going to go by taxi, maybe allow 3 hours, but if you go by bus, you'll probably find 2 hours is enough. Sometimes I've had a bit of a wait for the bus, sometimes maybe up to 20 minutes. So you still have to allow 2 hours to make the journey from the airport to the station.
Okay.
Okay, so if you like our video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And if you know any Indonesian speakers, maybe they would like our English lessons. And if you'd like to come back for the next lesson, we'll talk to you about what to do when you get to the station and what to do when you're travelling on the train. Bye for now.
See you again.